The 1980s were a decade of big hair, neon colors, and some truly unique, or shall we say unforgettable dining experiences. These restaurants have more than just a meal, more like an experiment for your digestive system. With their modern design and creepy trademark characters, those were places to go for birthday parties, family dinners, and fries after school. In this episode, we're talking about 10 forgotten restaurants from the 1980s. We'll uncover their signature dishes, the crazy decor trends, and the reasons why some became legends while others became lost to time. So join us as we explore these unique and often unusual culinary hotspots. First forgotten restaurant is Burger Chef. Remember those commercials with the friendly chef character named Jeff? Burger Chef was a major competitor to McDonald's in the 1970s and 1980s, offering a similar menu with a few unique twists. Their signature burger was the Super Chef, a double-decker cheeseburger with a special sauce that many fans swear by. Burger Chef was known for being one of the first fast food chains to offer a dedicated kids meal, the Funch Bunch. These meals came with fun toys featuring characters like Ollie the Ox and Susie the Swan, making Burger Chef a popular destination for families in the 1980s. So why don't we see Burger Chefs around anymore? In the late 1980s, the fast food chain became increasingly competitive. Burger Chef struggled to keep up with McDonald's marketing and eventually lost a legal battle over the concept of the value meal. By the mid-90s, 80% of Burger Chef's location was ultimately sold to the owner of Hardee's. However, Burger Chef left a lasting mark on pop culture. Their innovative ideas, like the kids meal with toys and the focus on value, paved the way for how fast food chains operate today. Moving on to number 2, Ruckers was the place for all the burger lovers. This restaurant chain was known for its build-your-own burger concept. Here you walk in and pick exactly what you want on your burger. Fresh, never frozen beef, a giant fluffy bun baked right on site, and a massive topping bar loaded with everything from crisp lettuce and juicy tomatoes to melty cheese, crunchy pickles, and all the delicious sauces you could dream of. Ruckers burgers were famous for being huge and juicy. They weren't afraid to pile on the beef, making for a truly satisfying meal. And let's not forget the fries, golden brown and perfectly crisp. They were the ideal partner for any burger. So why don't we see as many Fuddruckers around these days? Well, the fast food landscape is a competitive one, and the other chains offering similar build-your-own burger options may have played a role. But for those who grew up in the 80s, Fuddruckers will always hold a special place in their hearts and stomachs. Up next, let's revisit restaurant number 3. We have a SoCal classic, Pup and Taco. Remember those cravings for a juicy hot dog and a hot, cheesy taco all at the same place? That was Pup and Taco. Founded in the 1950s in California, Pup and Taco was a fast food chain that offered a unique menu that perfectly captured the American love for both hot dogs and tacos. Pup and Taco thrived for almost 20 years, becoming a popular spot for families and friends. Their restaurants were known for their bright orange and white signs and their A-frame roofs. Back in the day, you could even find a giant 15-cent hot dog logo on their main sign, highlighting their crazy affordable prices. By the mid-80s, the bigger fast food chains had come on the scene. Taco Bell, known for its focus on Mexican-inspired food, eventually bought all the Pup and Taco locations in 1984. While Pup and Taco may be a thing of the past, it left its mark. Did you ever get to enjoy a Pup and Taco experience? Share your memories in the comments below. Coming in at number 4, we have Noggles. Founded in 1970 by Dick Noggle, a former partner in Del Taco, Noggles offered the classic Mexican fast food experience. Here, you could grab fresh, delicious tacos alongside juicy burgers and fries. Their menu was a crowd pleaser, appealing to those craving both Mexican classics like bean burritos and American favorites like cheeseburgers. Noggles expanded rapidly throughout the 1970s and 1980s, particularly in Southern California and the Southwest. They even had a brief stint in Utah and Nevada. However, by the mid-90s, facing increased competition and changing consumer preferences, Noggles began to decline. The chain was eventually acquired by its competitor, Del Taco, and most locations were either converted or closed. Despite its disappearance, Noggles holds a special place in the hearts of many who grew up enjoying its unique blend of Mexican and American flavors. Next up, we have number 5, Bennigan's. Bennigan's was kinda like the cool older cousin of your typical family restaurant. Founded in 1976, it offered a blend of an Irish pub atmosphere with a menu full of American comfort food. One of their most famous dishes was the Monte Cristo sandwich. They were also known for their delicious ribs and their Irish onion soup, a starter perfect for those chilly 80s nights. Bennigan's also offered classic American fare like juicy steaks, fajitas, and plates of nachos. They didn't forget about the lighter appetites either, with options like fresh salads and seafood dishes. Then, however, things changed. Metro Media Restaurant Group bought Bennigan's at the very start of the 1990s. The chain fell behind because there was too little difference between Bennigan's offerings and its competitors. The new owners continued to run on a much smaller business out of Dallas, Texas. So, if you ever find yourself near one, you can experience the taste of the 80s with its classic menu and pub-like atmosphere. Number 6 on the list is this American family restaurant chain was founded way back in 1956, but it boomed in the 1980s. Lums was known for serving quality comfort food at affordable prices, making it a popular choice for families. But what truly set Lums apart were their hot dogs. Lums' famous hot dogs were steamed, giving them a unique and delicious flavor. They even had a signature Ollie burger, a delicious cheeseburger that became a customer favorite. Lums were known for their fun and friendly atmosphere. The restaurants often had bright, colorful interiors, and some even featured video games to keep kids entertained while they waited for their meals. Unfortunately, by the early 1980s, bigger chains with wider advertising budgets started to dominate the market. Lums eventually declared bankruptcy in 1982, and most of the restaurants closed their doors. Who knows? Maybe someday we'll see Lums make a comeback and bring back those delicious steamed hot dogs and classic dinner vibes. Would you still enjoy the same hot dog steam if someone gave them to you right now? What would be the meal's first reaction in your mind? Tell us in the comment section below. Let's see how many foodies we get here. And speaking of unique foods, here's our number 7. Launched in 1957, Sambos was a family-friendly chain known for its cheerful atmosphere and yummy breakfast. They offered all the classics like pancakes, waffles, and eggs, but also had lunch and dinner options. Their signature dish was the Smiling Sambo pancake, a large pancake with a happy face made of fruit. Sambos was truly different because of its cheerful theme. Colorful paintings of tigers and forest settings covered the restaurant walls. They even had a kids club with entertaining games and birthday packages named Sambos Tiger Tamers, later named the Tiger Club. However, by the late 1980s, the chain started facing protests and boycotts. To try and save the business, they even changed their name to Sam's, but it wasn't enough. By the early 1990s, most of Sambos locations had either closed entirely or been rebranded under different names. Next up, our number 8 restaurant might surprise some of you. Red Barn. Founded in the 1960s, Red Barn was a fast food joint with a focus on good old-fashioned American food. Juicy hamburgers, crispy fries, and thick milkshakes are all served in a barn-themed atmosphere, complete with red and white checkered tablecloths. Red Barn was known for their delicious flame-broiled burgers, available in a variety of sizes to satisfy any appetite. Their menu also featured classic comfort food options like hot dogs, fried chicken, and fish sandwiches. One of Red Barn's most popular menu items was the Barn Buster, a double cheeseburger with all the fixings. For a lighter option, they offered a variety of salads and sandwiches. No trip to Red Barn was complete without ending with a thick and creamy milkshake, available in flavors like chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry. Red Barn gained in popularity during the 1960s and 1970s, boasting over 400 locations across the United States and even internationally. However, by the late 1980s, facing stiff competition from other fast food chains, Red Barn began to struggle. And sadly, by 1988, even the farm couldn't compete, and Red Barn faded into restaurant history. While they may be gone, they sure left a mark on those who grew up enjoying their unique blend of fast food and home-style cooking. 8 down, 2 more to go. Here comes number 9. Founded in 1957 by Baltimore Colts football players Gino Marchetti and Alan Acme, Gino's was a major player in the fast food scene by the 1980s. These restaurants were known for their delicious hamburgers made with fresh, never frozen beef. Gino's also offered hot dogs, fries, and shakes, all perfect for a quick and satisfying meal. What made Gino's truly stand out was their commitment to quality and freshness. Unlike some other fast food chains of the era, Gino's grills their burgers to order, ensuring a perfect experience. They even had a signature giant sirloin burger for those with a heartier appetite. So why don't we see Gino's on every corner anymore? Well, by the late 1970s, Gino's faced stiff competition from other fast food giants. They tried to adapt to new menu items, but ultimately, in the early 80s, the chain was acquired by a larger corporation. Unfortunately, things didn't work out, and most of Gino's restaurants closed their doors by 1982. Don't forget number 10, Howard Johnson's. While the brand is still around today with a focus on hotels, Howard Johnson's, founded in 1986, was once a major restaurant chain famous for its familiar orange roof and predictable quality. Howard Johnson's offered a classic American menu with comfort food like juicy burgers, creamy clam chowder, and golden fried chicken, but they were especially known for their delicious ice cream. They had a variety of flavors served in their signature orange sherbet dishes, making them a perfect way to cool down on a hot summer day. Howard Johnson's was all about consistency. No matter which location you visited across the country, you knew you'd get the same quality food and service. They even had a catchy jingle that went, "Hojo, that's the way to go." However, by the late 20th century, fast food chains with more budget-friendly options and trendier menus started to steal Howard Johnson's thunder. The restaurant side of the business eventually dwindled, with the last location closing its doors in 2022. We hope that you enjoyed this nostalgic tour of the top 10 closed restaurants from the 1980s. Diners who experienced these restaurants walked away with enduring memories, from iconic meals to different ambiances. Who knows? Maybe these beloved restaurants will make a comeback in the future. Stay tuned for more interesting insights and nostalgic flashbacks. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more intriguing content. Until next time, bon appetit.